talk to you guys about traveling. We get so many questions on how to handle traveling, how to handle vacations, eating out. And so I just wanted to do a whole video on that because it's just easier to talk to you guys like this and break it all down. So we all travel, we all, some of us are on the road for work, others, vacations, and especially now with summer here, we have so many clients asking us about how to handle those family vacations and being on the road. So here we go. When you're traveling, the best bet is to always plan ahead. So if you at least have somewhat of a game plan, then you're already one step ahead. You may not know all the ins and outs of your vacation. You may not know all the ins and outs of where you'll be eating and what's available, but that does not mean that you can't make a plan. So first in your plan, we want to pick out the things that we absolutely know that we're gonna have control over. So one thing we know we can have control over is the things that we pack along with us. Now that may vary depending on if you're going on a plane or if you're doing a road trip in your car, if you're going somewhere with a fridge, a kitchen, and looking at the big picture, seeing what you're gonna have available to you, and then planning from there. So it's just always good to have snacks on hand. So things that you can stick in your bag like protein bars, beef jerky, dried fruit, protein powders, those types of things that you absolutely don't need a fridge for, you can always have in your bag to just have on hand for an emergency if you get hungry. And we're always recommending like high protein snacks for those types of things just because protein is usually the hardest thing to come by and carbs and fats are always super easy and accessible. So making sure you have those high protein items. Also, stick to things that stick to things that you have on a daily basis that you know fits into your numbers and is satisfying and it works for you. Secondly is, assess if you're going to be somewhere with a kitchen. If you are going to be somewhere with a kitchen, then that's awesome. You can cook at least some of your meals and have control of those meals. Better to have control of 1 out of 3 at least, or even 2 or more. So evaluate if you have a kitchen, and then from there you need to plan your grocery trip. Map it out of like, okay, this is what we're doing and this is when I can hit the grocery store. I'm gonna buy the things that I know that I want and that can fit into my plan. And then from there, you can plan out those meals that you can cook. So having a kitchen is obviously the best option. That's not always the case, but if so, map out that grocery trip and have that plan. Next is going to be restaurants that are going to be around you, that that you're gonna eat at. You may or may not know exactly ahead of time, but the beauty of the internet. We can look up anything on the internet and so many restaurants have the menus online now. So even if you aren't like knowing exactly what you want to have, even if the menu's online, like having a general idea and just kind of getting a game plan in your head of what you're walking into is better than going in blindly. So having that plan, looking at the restaurant's menu online, and then kind of going from there. The thing is that all restaurants have protein, all restaurants have carbs, and all restaurants have fat. It's how you put those 3 together that's gonna give you your best option. So when you go to a restaurant, pick your protein first. Pick which protein looks best, and the best option would be the protein that is the leanest. And oftentimes it's best to ask for extra protein. So a restaurant serving a protein isn't always like a super significant amount. Sometimes it is. Even if you ask the waiter, okay, what portion size is that? And if it's not anything super significant, then you can double it. So picking your protein, and then from there, we're going to load up on veggies. Especially when traveling, veggies are super hard to come by. Asking for a side of veggies with your meal asking for a side salad with your meal. I'll even ask for double veggies because they're a lot of times stingy on the veggies for sure. So just load up on those because that's gonna help you get micronutrients in your day, and it's going to help you stay satisfied, keep you full, and be filling up on more macro-friendly foods. And then next, you're going to look into those starchy carbs. So if you want a little bit more than just veggies and protein, then look into your starchy carb options. So that's gonna be things like potatoes, rice, quinoa, pasta, breads, wraps, all of those things. So my recommendation would be to pick the best option possible. Whole foods. If you can choose between a baked potato or a hamburger bun, probably go with the baked potato. Or if you can choose between like rice or a bunch of fries, pick the rice. So it's always making that best choice. Next would be watching for added fats. So these sneak in really, really quick at restaurants. So that's things like added cheeses, dressings, oils. Restaurants love to saute and fry things in oils all the time. Dousing your salads with dressing. I mean, you can order a salad and think it's a great option, but if it's doused in 25 pounds of olive oil, then we have a problem. If you are gonna get dressing on a salad, then ask for the dressing on the side so you have control over that. Ask for your meats grilled and not sauteed or deep fried and breaded. Now, if you have any suspicion that something's covered in like sauces or anything like that, ask for none of that or ask it for it on the side. Most likely the restaurant will do it for you. And now, you know, we're living in a day where there's so many food allergies and things like that, and restaurants are actually required to listen to your request and do that for you. And so, you know, sorry if you're gonna be I'm that annoying person at the table, and you know what? I don't care. At the end of the day, it's my body, it's my health, and so I'm gonna ask, I'm gonna ask for things how I want it. So just don't be afraid to ask. And next is going to be plan for your indulgences while you're traveling. You're traveling, you're most likely vacationing, you're having a great time, you want to enjoy it, and a lot of times when you're going places, there's new foods, there's special things to try, and that's okay. And this way of eating is again about living, it's about finding that balance and being able to do those things. Plan for your indulgences. If you guys know, if you're going to a theme park, say, and they have giant cookies or a giant turkey leg or whatever it is that you want, just know in that day that you want that and plan for it the best you can, and then plan the rest of your day around it. And so that probably means if you're gonna have that, you're gonna have lower carbs and fats at your other meals and really focusing on protein. This process is always a process of give and take. And so if you have a ton of fat at one meal, then that means maybe balancing out a little more at other meals. If you're gonna go out to a special dinner, then just plan the rest of your day accordingly to that. Same goes for alcohol. If you have an occasion where you are gonna be drinking more than you normally do, then drink a ton of water leading up to that. Try to fill the rest of your day with lots of protein and micronutrients, and then enjoy. And a lot of traveling and vacations do involve alcohol for a lot of people, so just make sure your alcohol is as best choice as possible. I'm gonna link below in this video the infographics that we just created on alcohol and how to fit that in as well. But also like the lower sugar choices, the best choices. Just plan for those special things. It's not always going to be black and white, but better to have a plan than no plan at all. Last but not least, always know how to get back on track. So vacations and traveling are not always perfect. Everything may not be to a T like they are when you're home, but the beauty of that is when you're home and you're super on track, that's leaving you more flexibility and room to enjoy those things while you're on vacation. So always know what your home base is. Get right back on it, be strict, and hit it hard. That eliminates also that guilt that we can feel. And always remember that when we're being strict in our day-to-day and we're constantly training our minds and our bodies of what like that good balance looks like and what it feels like, then that is gonna translate into when maybe we aren't like weighing and measuring and tracking perfectly when we're traveling. Then we're creating that intuition in ourselves to know what it's like to fuel our bodies even if things aren't to a T. And so be confident in yourself that you know how to make the right choices when you're gone. So that wraps it up for traveling. It really can be simple if you allow it to be. Don't stress, enjoy your time, have fun, and then know you always know how to get back on track. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on another video. Have a great day, guys.